Hello Horror Hounds. Before we resume normal service with the reviews I've promised and you're expecting, next up the Creature from the Black Lagoon trilogy, I wanted to throw a really quick ranking video your way. I appreciate that the big one I am missing at the moment is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Some franchises where there are lots of movies and there are some that I haven't seen for quite some time, I do want to do rewatches so that there are some in my head that are jockeying for positions as we speak. But with the Scream franchise, 4 movies, I'm fairly set in my order of preference for them. I don't need to spend time rewatching them to come to the same conclusion that I'm already at. So I think we can do a fairly economical worst to best, and worst is in inverted commas. I like all of these. I don't think this is going to be too controversial. Worst, I would say, is Scream 3. Unfortunate. I'm happy now that we've had a Scream 4, so that this isn't the last Scream movie we ever got. I think it's fairly well established that there were production issues. I believe I'm right in saying that the Weinsteins meddled a lot in this. What eventually was shot wasn't what was written. This one was written by Aaron Kruger as well, the only one not written by Kevin Williamson. It tells, I'm sorry, but it tells. Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven working together create a vibe that is palpably Scream, and this at times falls into Scream parody. All the quirky Parker Posey type characters and the sort of caricatures of the characters that we love, whilst they're okay for a couple of gags, whereas then nothing's as bad as the appearance of Jay and Silent Bob. I'm a fan of that stuff. But not in my Scream movies. Thank you very much. It's a fairly bloodless affair, and that again is to do with the Weinsteins meddling. Also, if you're at all interested, seek out an old video of mine where I'm talking about Robert Bloch's Psycho novels, his Psycho 2 and Psycho House, the sequels to his novel Psycho. Scream 3 bears an uncanny resemblance to Robert Bloch's Psycho 2 that he wrote a long way before this movie. So all the cool, clever stuff in this about them going onto the Hollywood sets of the places that we've seen in the first film. Robert Bloch wrote all of that in his novel of Psycho 2, where characters find themselves alone in a soundstage and walking through the motel room where Marion Crane was killed, for example, and the house and everything like that, mother's bedroom, all recreated perfectly. This bears an uncanny resemblance to that. Also, the weird voice-changing machine, not a big fan of it. In third place, it's really tight, the top 3 spots, but in third place is Scream 4, and I really like Scream 4. I think when I first came out of the cinema, after having first seen it, I was mildly disappointed. On subsequent rewatches at home, my appreciation for Scream 4 has grown. I do like the new roster of kids. I like the old returning crew. I do love the fact at the end, don't fuck with the original. That's a, if you'll excuse the pun, that's a killer line to end the film on. I like the reveal of the killers. I love the idea of a stabathon. I think the allusions to found footage, I suppose you're going to have in a movie. You're going to have to acknowledge stuff like that in a Scream movie. I think there's maybe ways that could have been done. Oh, I don't know. I'm quibbling. I really do like Scream 4. I'll tell you what's unfortunate, stuff that is clearly in the trailer never made it to the film, and gore. I mean, the trailer has got some stuff in it that is full-blooded, claret everywhere, and we obviously got a toned down version. Again, there was Weinstein meddling, but Kevin Williamson is back on duties, and it feels like a Scream movie. I'm really happy to put this on if I feel like watching a Scream movie, and I will probably only watch Scream 3 if I'm doing a marathon of all of them for the sake of completeness. In second place, maybe heretically, is the original, the one that kick-started it all off, the small little slasher movie that just blew everyone away. To be fair, apart from the amazing opening with Drew Barrymore that grabs your attention and grabs you by the throat, um, there are a couple of nice bits in between. The ending, the culmination is fantastic. It kind of potters around a little, whereas my number one spot, Scream 2, took everything that worked with the first one. You need the first one. It has to exist for there to be kinks to iron out. But Scream 2 took the format, streamlined it, turbocharged it. The killer is more vicious. The movie itself is more confident. It proved that beyond the first two killers, that the format was kind of the king. You've got your final girl, Sydney Bristow. It really is the ultimate final girl by the time you get to Scream 4. And you can keep the look of Ghostface, and it becomes a murder mystery whodunit, and you can have new killers, and you get the killer's speech at the end of each film as to the why they done it as well. And the reformatting of what was done in the first film, I don't think was ever done better than in Scream 2. It's nastier, it's more brutal, it's more lavish, it's just bigger, bolder, and also once Scream was an unknown quantity, coming in and kind of knowing what you were in for and then watching that film play with that, whilst at the same time sort of having fun with the notion of sequels as well, and really nailing that to the wall right at the start by setting it in a movie theatre and having the characters, the audience, watch a murder whilst we sit one place removed, having paid money to watch murders. This is just a wild ride from start to finish. Some of you I know will hold the original in high, untouchable regard. I get that. I really get that. I just think Scream 2 is an example of a sequel that improves on the original.